Okay guys, so I just got up today and we were able to get in contact with Brian from Hasport, and he went ahead and gave me the okay to head over to the shop, and he's gonna give myself a tour, probably ask some questions and stuff. But he's probably about 20 minutes away from my hotel right now. I'm still tired, but yeah, let's go over there and get this going. All right, guys, so we made it here to Hasport. We'll go ahead and head inside and meet up with Brian.
These 6 machines in here that just basically are glassing out the mounts as fast as they can. Right now we're working 2 shifts, so about 16 hours.
Oh wow.
A lot of the stuff is set up for actually custom extrusions.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a piece of Scott shaping it already, like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then the mount is cut from that.
Nice.
So, but this is basically where we go at. We have a live head lathe that we use for making axle bars. We make custom length axle bars for all the swaps, because they're basically, there's not enough Honda axle variations in order to do that, particularly with the different joints. So.
I know that the swap that I'm doing right now is D series, but I have 36 millimeter hubs for 5-lug.
Yeah.
And I know I'm gonna have issues with my axles there, but I haven't really decided on what I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, I mean, what you have a...
It's just a D series, but I have a...
What engine you have? Oh, you're doing a D series with the 36 millimeter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I switched to 5-lug, but I have the
Right.
36 millimeter 5-lug.
Interesting. There might be an inner joint that works with that. That works with our stuff on a D series. I would have to look. Actually, I don't think so. They're all going to be like Integra size and bigger. So I don't think there's anything Civic size. Yeah, might have to talk to like drive shaft shops, see what they've got. The warehouse is in here. It's where everything basically gets packaged up and sent out.
Nice.
We're actually backlogged about 6 days right now of orders. So, and that's actually probably only about 2 or 3 days worth. And then that's another probably 2 days worth.
Staying busy.
Another couple days that aren't booked in yet. But yeah, so we're shipping like 100 packages a day, but we have to assemble the mount kits as we go along. Doing axles, the battery boxes. Oh man, looks like I have to make more battery boxes.
Oh yeah. Are those for the EF chassis?
Right. Exactly. You can run them on an EK or an EG. You just have to put more nutsers in the frame rail in order to mount them in there. So. And
that's left and right.
Correct. It's ambidextrous.
So yeah.
You can either, because basically this is set up to be on the, you know how the bumper's got the 4 bolt holes for the bumper support?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you use 2 of those holes, and then there's an L bracket, and you just put nutsers into the fender well. But if you're doing it on an EG or an EK, it doesn't work like that. You just ask for an extra one of these, and then you can just mount it however you want to.
Nice.
At some point, I'll make one specific to the EG and EK. We actually manufactured one for somebody else for EG and EK, so I told them I wouldn't make one specifically for EG and EK, so I never really did anything with it.
Just ask for the extra bracket.
Ask for the extra bracket.
Oh wow, it goes all the way back here, huh?
Yeah.
Is this the L15 or?
This is, L15 fit. Hopefully we can get it finished wiring here in the next...
Oh man, it looks like it's made for the car.
Oh, it fits real nice. We had to do a little bit of trimming right here.
Okay.
It actually fits better in the CRZ. The CRZ front end's a little bit longer. It's interesting. I think the CRZ See how that jogs backwards?
Uh-huh.
I think that's how deep the fit is. So the fit would come up like this.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So
And
that
the CRZ jogs
it
forward.
yeah.
Yeah. If that were to go straight down rather than jog backwards, you could put the K20C in there.
Might have to make some type of
I will.
bottom reinforcement.
I will. I'll make a piece that probably bolts in with the bumper support and then with this bolt right here, and just drop straight down, and then you can just whack that piece off.
Yeah.
So,
I've always wanted to do a K or something with a CRZ.
yeah, we're gonna probably. I'll show you what we're gonna do with that in a second. And then we have. This is a 2,000 watt laser, Mitsubishi laser. We use this for cutting all the sheet metal. So
Nice.
it cuts about 3 sheets a day of brackets, anywhere from probably 24 to 50 brackets on a sheet, 80 brackets of one thing on a sheet, and we're just like constantly running this. It's hot in here.
Oh yeah, I can imagine all the. You said it's a laser?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it makes a nice smooth cut.
Nice.
This is like rear brackets for EFs, which are selling like crazy. Since we switched, well, I'm not gonna say why they sell like crazy. I think a lot of people are switching from B to K. So I think that a lot of people that have had an EF are basically looking to do a K. The K prices are coming down.
So what are those?
That's the rear engine bracket.
Oh, okay,
It
okay.
gets a couple of bends and then bolts to the transmission and the block.
Okay. I know I'm in the process of doing a K inside my CRX.
Right. Yeah.
And I know that I'll probably start off with front wheel drive at first, but I would like to go all wheel drive.
Yeah, the all-wheel drive bracket is slightly different from that one.
You guys just made a new revision, right?
Yes. Yeah, we made them to dual height and then made all-wheel drive. The brackets get welded up here, about 100, 120 a day. Like this right here is FC stock. They're doing, that's actually selling really well. I'm surprised. And the FK is selling really well as well. That's DC5, those things sell like hotcakes. FK, DC5, FC, FG1, DC5. But yeah, the stuff just flies out here. So they're bent here.
Oh yeah.
They're welded here. There's 2 welding stations, and then we powder coat a small amount. We usually send that out, but we can, like we're prototyping stuff, or we need to fill, some back orders and stuff like that. We can do.
Oh, what's going on here?
That's actually a CT Engineering supercharger. It's a prototype. That's on a Ridgeline motor with a TL transmission. It's going to be a. Sorry, my mind's going. It's going to be in a drag car. So
Nice.
we've got a '94 Civic out front that's got a J in it, and it's going to go there eventually. As I was talking, I was looking at something on the blog, redesigning a mount, realizing that I wasn't going to be able to do what I thought I could do. So now I got to figure out something different. Hello. So, last place here. Watch step. Sorry about that. We'll be done in a minute. This is where a lot of the prototyping gets done. Somebody hucked a part recently. We need to replace. But I'm actually preparing to do a tech inspection video on the difference between all the K-series motors. So I have like a Z7 here. We're pulling a Z, what is that, a Z4? I can't remember what it is. Z4 out of there. We're going to kind of show people different options on how to mount it in the cars and stuff like that. So this particular motor is actually a Honda Grand Am motor.
Which is?
The one that they were selling for the 2012 Up Civics for racing, road racing.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a 2012 Civic SI motor, but with some tricky bits here and there. So this is basically the production motor. So that's a 2012 SI motor, and this is the Grand Am version of it. So this motor is going to go in this car. And we've got some things to so we can run the older style electronics on the newer style motor. And then the motor that's in there is actually a TSX motor from 08 or 09, so it's a newer style.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Second generation TSX motor. That's going to go in the Series E.
Do you have to run different heads on those? I know that they have the, I don't know what they're called, like the bell housing head for the exhaust, I think.
You're talking about the single exhaust.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this right here.
Well,
this is the multi-port. This is the single exhaust.
Yeah.
No, you don't. The difference is actually in the crank angle sensor and the cam sensors.
Oh, okay.
So, what is a limiting factor is those things. And then the bracket that bolts onto the timing chain side is also a little bit different. They actually like sucked everything in and made it more compact. So that was that's the main difference. So we've made a few parts to make it a little bit easier. There's some Honda parts you can use to make it a little bit easier, but that's what goes on. So we've got piles of motors that we use for trying in different cars and stuff like that. Of course, the one for the K23 out of the RDX. I don't know if we're ever going to do anything with that. But
I don't see too many of those, yeah.
Yeah. But they're in salvage yards and they're cheap. So maybe the thing to do might be someday to figure out how to bolt it up to a different transmission and maybe put it in a C or D or something.
Yeah.
Like K-series powered series. Have to look at it a little bit more in depth and see what electronics run. But the other thing we're going to mess around with is this is the Accord K20C4. This is a Type R motor. This is another K24 Accord C4 with the automatic 10-speed auto, and the L15, which we're messing around with right now.
Nice. Definitely a lot of projects and mounts coming up, huh?
Too many. Like what are you looking for?
Well, I need K-series mounts for my CRX.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have those. No, but we'll have them in stock by Tuesday.
Okay.
Because we're like right in the process right now of doing those. So we were out we've been out since Thursday. So, but we'll be back flush probably by Tuesday.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I don't necessarily need the D-series mounts, but I'd like to have D-series mounts eventually.
I might even have a set of used D-series. I might have a set of lightly scratched used D-series, but I have all the D-series.
Okay.
I have both the Hydro D-series and the
cable.
Yeah, cable.
Okay.
And by the way, the ZC transmission. If you can get a hold of one of those, you're doing a D16 or D15?
It's a D16. It's just a D16 in a 2000 Civic.
Okay, so the D16 has a place to mount the intermediate shaft. So
I didn't know that.
So if you do the D16 with the ZC transmission, it's like Integra size axles. So you can do 36 millimeter axles really easy on that. Whereas it's difficult to do them on the standard D-series transmission.
Now, the ZC, where do those come out of?
Same place. The ZC transmission looks identical to the normal D-series transmission. They had a hydro version and they had a cable version.
I mean, like, what car do they come out of?
Oh, JDM cars.
Okay.
So
if I find a ZC...
If you find a ZC transmission, and I would talk to like JHP USA or not JHP, H Motors Online, some of the other importers, and see what they have.
Now, what's the difference between like the transmission that makes it?
The big difference is the differential. The differential is larger.
So let's say if I'm buying, for example, mine, I just have a Y8 transmission. Would I be able to change the differential? Because I know I'm gonna.
I don't know if it requires a bigger bearing or not. I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Actually, I can tell you. I can tell you Monday, because I remember my brother did that. So I could ask him what he did.
Okay. Yeah.
The other person to talk to is sorry to interrupt. The other person to talk to is Mr. Bone. Are you familiar with him?
Not.
If you Google Mr. Bone and transmissions, you'll probably get his Facebook page. Contact him.
Okay.
So he has extensive experience with all the D series transmissions.
Okay.
And he could tell you what if it would interchange, or even if you might know where to find one.
All right. When you run the intermediate shaft on the D series, what intermediate shaft would you run?
It has to be a ZC.
Oh, ZC. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there is no other intermediate shaft that'll work with it.
Okay.
So it has to be ZC.
Yeah, because I'm running roughly 400 or 500 horsepower on this D series.
See, this would strengthen your inner joint.
Yeah.
Stronger diff.
Exactly.
And obviously would help out with that. So.
Alrighty, that is definitely good information for me.
Yeah. And then the ZC differentials, I don't know if they're still available from some of the Japanese importers, but they might be.
Okay.
So
there's
we're looking like a plate style differential or something like that. So.
Yeah, there's a local buddy of mine's in Ohio, JD Ohio Direct.
Got it.
I'm gonna see if he can get any for me. But that's definitely good.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for the tour.
No problem.
And you guys have fun.
Yeah. Got full motor.
See ya.
Talk to you later.
All right, there you have it, guys. Full tour of Hasport Motors. Very good quality. Very, very busy place. You guys heard from himself. They're very busy. So if you guys are waiting on mounts, you guys know why. Now I'm about to go get some tacos from a recommendation via Brian. And see you guys next time.